I'm muted. It double muted me. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Camp Patton Family Compounds. It's Monday Night Fireside Chat. With me tonight, we have the ever popular Tammy at Rebel Canners and the very funny Mark at Chef Tech.
Hey, you got my picture better upgraded. Thank you.
Yes. Well, it's Monday Night Fireside Chat here, and tonight's topic is pre-cooked meals in a jar. And there we go.
Well, to be clear, any meal you can is now cooked.
Well, like last week, though, we just talked about vacuum sealing them in jars, the soup mixes and stuff like that.
Yeah. And a lot of times people are just cooking ingredients in the jar, not an entire meal.
Yeah.
Right.
Such as the ever popular spaghetti with meat sauce that you can put on about 50 different things. And if you cook it down just a little bit, you can use it as sloppy joes. Ask me how I grew up knowing that. All right. So let me go ahead and get rid of my stuff over there. All right. So quick question to everybody out there before I start saying hi to everybody. Which one of these, what is it called? It's called a overlay. Do you like the best for Christmas time? Santa at the beach, Boxing Day from England, candy frame.
Can't see. All I can see. Oh, I can see the candy frame.
Well, the other ones were directly to your left in the bottom corner.
Oh, missed
See,
it.
the other one's down there in the corner. There's Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is on the right corner.
Technically,
Right corner, yeah.
Right corner, yeah.
technically, Boxing Day is on my birthday. That's January 6th.
Yeah. And got Happy Holidays. Then we got decorations. So I'll just stick with Santa Claus because I think it's funny. Oh, I did find, for everybody was here last week, and I couldn't find my book. I found it. The one I was looking for, Meals in a Jar. So, got that. And, let's see. So, who's all here? I got more people coming in. So, let's go ahead. And so, back to the top. First one in was Mad Chick Acres. The Sofa Survivalist also came in on Tammy's side. Kaylin Strain's over here on my side. HB Hendricks came in. Angels Homestead is here. Kelly Etst. ESTES.
Kelly Estes
is on Tammy's side, as is Colby Country. Dana 2 is here. So Kelly says, Santa at the beach, I'm in Florida. Dana 2's doing both sides. Prepared For is here as well. All right.
I don't see anybody. Are you running on YouTube and also on Facebook, Tammy?
No, just YouTube. I've lost my connection to Facebook. I've got to sign back in. I think you missed Caitlin, though. Caitlin Strain is here, too.
Yeah, no, he got it.
We got her. Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
She was the first one in on my side.
Yeah, I don't see Kelly's comments on your side.
Kelly's is on Tammy's side.
Yeah, I don't see any comments here except from the Sofa Survivalist dude. But
are you on the narrow view or the?
Oh, I'm on the wide view. Nah, I'm on the wide view.
Oh, they're coming in. I see them. All righty. So tonight, interesting about tonight, and I tried to get it out to this person over on the Rebel Canners Facebook page 10 days ago. Someone was talking about it. A friend's let me come over to their house and can and stuff, so I can have meals in my car and stuff, and thing because she's living it out of her car. Mm-hmm. Aiden Ear's here, and Truth, Goodness, Beauty just came in on your side, Tammy.
Thank you.
I see what's going on. Hang on. So Truth Goody Butte is on the narrow version. So what they comment there, if you're on the wide version, you can't see. That's the one thing I hate about what they're doing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see the little square, the little straight up rectangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're on the narrow one, they on Tammy's side, they can't see what the wide version is typing in, and the wide version can't see what the narrow version's typing
Yeah,
in.
because
Only here on StreamYard can we see everything.
Right. And
yeah, I just punched high in on the widescreen one, and yeah, that's all right. We're all here.
Anyways, this person was asking for meal recommendations for meals in a jar, where you can just open it up, get a little camp stove out, heat it up in her car, and eat. And not having to prepare meals. She was going to try to get everything canned at her friend's house. I said, hey, we're going to be covering this here in case you get a second go around at it, later on. And Shady Hill Homestead is in the house. I don't know. I noticed that a lot of people, it's dropped off their full name and just taken it like the Shady Hill 60 instead of Shady Hill Homestead.
Yeah, YouTube did that. They dropped like the end of your name and threw a number in there or something. So you can change it in your settings.
So instead of showing your name as you have it, like mine is Rebel Canners, they're doing your @ thing. So whatever your little shortened thing is in for yourself, that is now what shows instead of your name.
Because I said at the very beginning when they were introducing that, I set that up on both my channels.
Yeah.
So that's why I show
Canners as both, but you had to set that up. And that's what they just recently did. I watched Doug Houston, and he said that was a change. I think that was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's why I'm now at Mad-Chick-Acres936.
Yep.
Meanwhile, my Sofa Survivalist is just the Sofa Survivalist because there are no other ones like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's why I don't think it'll stay around very long. It's yeah.
They're trying to confuse us all.
Yeah, it's something.
Sometimes their updates are not.
Yeah, that's why Diane is no longer Diana 2 because it's using the @ thing for it's gave her a I3V at the end of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and of course, like I showed, Sue Me is here and Aiden is here. All right, so meals. So that was that. It was just I feel like when I put the link up to this on Rebel Canner's Facebook page, I was hoping it would get to. I asked everybody, share it out, and we'll hopefully get some of the word around on it. Yeah. Okay. Wrong. There we go. Yeah. So. Aiden here saying finally someone else has worked it out. Kaylin, I think Kaylin at the beginning set hers up to be at Kaylin Strain.
Yeah.
Just like I set Camp Patton Family Compound up and Gray Man Prepping up as with the no numbers, just that
Right. And I'm Rebel Canners, but if somebody if there was 10 John Smiths or 200 John Smiths, then unfortunately they got John Smith with a number instead of their channel name.
Yeah. All right. So tonight, unlike the book here, which is Meals in Jar, which is just prep work, if you can see on it, every one of those meals is dry. We're talking about pre-cooked, all done. Ready to heat and eat. Burritos in a jar, chili, meat sauce, pasta sauce with meat in it that you can just put on whatever you need to put it on quick. Beef stew,
pot roast.
I did pot roast in a 1.5-pint jar. I cut a slab of, I think it was bottom round or London broil into like a 1.5 by 1.5 by 6 or 7 inch long piece of meat slab, browned it in the pan to get that flavor in there, dropped it in the jar, threw in 1 carrot, not a whole carrot, but like, 3/4 inch diameter. No, it didn't even cut it up, left it whole. Like 3/4 inch long and like 4 inches or 3/4 inch diameter, 1 inch long, a giant, like a fifth of a medium or small onion chunk, drop that in there, and a piece of celery and something, I forget what else is in there.
Potatoes.
And I dropped it in a jar. And I added some beef broth to it and threw the lids on it and ran it for meat times. And it's pot roast in a jar. It's all the flavors are in there. It's just not thick because you can't really throw flour in there. You could, but I don't know how that I've never tried it. But
technically you should use clear gel.
yeah, clear gel. But I didn't know that back then. I did that, and they're still on the shelf. They're from 2017. I still got like 4 left.
Yummy.
Richard loves them.
Yeah.
That he does. Yeah, that sounds yummy. My mom, she used to do pork roast, and she would do pork loin or pork roast, butt roast. She'd chop it up, cube it up, throw it in the jars with potatoes, carrots, onions.
Oh, potatoes. That's what I threw in there. I cut a red potato in quarters and slid that down in there. So you got everything you need for a pot roast. Sorry.
Yep, that's all you need. And you could even serve that over rice.
Right.
Or
Or
potatoes,
noodles or
mashed
whatever.
potatoes, noodles.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm going to try to get my wife to experiment with when she's here. I've never made meatloaf because she's always made meatloaf, or my mom made meatloaf, or her mom made meatloaf, or my grandmother made meat. I've never made meatloaf, so I'm going to get her to try to make some mix up the meatloaf, and figure it out and roll it in parchment paper and stick it in the fluted, the tapered jars.
Why?
To can. Well, that meal in a jar, just pop it out, single serving.
You don't have to put it in the parchment paper. As long as you use the largemouth jar, it'll pop right out because it
Okay.
shrinks.
It shrinks up. It'll
And
slide right out.
the other tip when you're doing meatloaf, and I know this sounds silly, but you put your wooden spoon down the center after you get it in there, to put a hole in the center, and it'll help it cook better.
Okay.
But it's dense, and you can't do that because the 3-letter agency said you're gonna die. Yeah. Anyway,
I put
Oh,
a
you
hole
mean
down
the
it.
ones that were paid off by the commercial canning industry?
yeah,
to
those
try
same
to
ones.
try to keep us from canning at home.
So if you do meatloaf like that, I would suggest pack it in a jar with a little parchment to begin just to pack it. Pull it out raw.
The parchment.
And either brown it and try not to deform it. Roll it around in a cast iron pan to get that brown flavor, or if you go out and get one of those butane torches they use for like creme brulee and stuff like that, brown it with a torch, then put it in the jar.
So I can't just use my my Bernzomatic with the MAP gas
don't
in
use
it.
the oxyacetylene. Don't use the propane.
The MAP gas,
Don't
the real
use
hot one.
Yeah, MAP gas. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't use kerosene. It'll have a terrible taste.
Yeah. Kerosene torch. Holy crap! You got some old equipment laying around, woman. I got a Bernzomatic.
All right, we got a good question coming up here.
Yes, Tammy, all yours.
Canning cheese.
Yes, you can. It's in my I did a live actually with Gil and Courtney. And it is in my milk, butter, and dairy
Playlist.
Yeah.
Use good cheese though. Don't use the crappy, cheap, off the shelf, like 89 cents for a half a pound brick with no name on it. Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah, and you cannot can American cheese.
That's not true. You can can American cheese
because it's not cheese.
It's not cheese, but you can actually make it at home, and you really don't need anything except gelatin and milk.
And I'm going to tag on to something Tammy likes to do. what Tammy likes to do, she likes the nacho cheese.
Well,
And
it's
rather
not
than getting the big giant can, she gets the big giant can for the same price as the little bitty can, and then she just pours it in a bunch of jars.
That's what I do.
I get it. I get a number 10. It's like more than a gallon. I think it does like 12 or 14 of the little tiny jelly jars.
Yeah,
and
quarter pints.
Quarter pints. And you can pop one of those open with chips and the kid back there. And I even have done some with a little salsa inside.
Yeah, salsa I throw in the what's the tomato with their roasted tomatoes. No, they're roasted. It's in a can. The roasted tomatoes with for basically making a queso.
Yeah.
Whatever. Throw whatever you want in there. And what's the canning? Canning is interesting, but times.
Yeah.
What do you use for cheese times?
It's in that video. I've done 2 videos. I've done the cheese sauce by itself because it's not really cheese. And then I've done a real cheese where I've done like
and then where you got the jars.
I love to do cream cheese. Oh,
isn't that the jar where you put your jars in the shallow pan of water and you just keep putting cheese in it, but it's a low simmer, so it just keeps melting. And then how much head space do you leave on that? Quarter inch?
An inch.
The whole inch, okay.
Yeah.
And then you put the lid on it.
The oil rises in that, and you want to leave the oil in. I know the temptation is like, oh, I'm going to dump that oil out. I don't want that oil. But if you want to reconstitute your cheese and it soaks it back in, if you want your cheese to taste like cheese and not cheese powder, then you leave the oil in.
All right. So with Angel's question here, can you can Salisbury steak?
Yes.
And just about any steak you can can it.
SB Canning has a really good recipe for Amish Swiss steak, and basically it's coated hamburger. I use that recipe.
Yeah.
Well, Swiss steak is generally when you take the really crappy cut of beef and you run your I have that mechanical tenderizer with the 80,000 little sharp prongs on there. You just beat the crap out of it. They have a machine that does it at the store. They take the crappy cut of chuck steak, run it through the Swiss steak machine 2 or 3 times or 4 times, and sell it for twice the price.
Basically, it cuts out little diamonds, and so like it cuts little diamonds out of it. It tenderizes that bristly.
Yeah, breaks up all the grizzle sinew and that, so your kids will eat it. Yeah.
But you can take hamburger patties and then you bread them and fry them, and then you pack them into wide mouth jars, and you put sauce on. And I add mushrooms in mine because I like my Swiss steak with mushrooms.
Hey, there was somebody on your Facebook page a long time ago. I never forgot it. They did sausage patties. They bought sausage meat. They made patties a little bit bigger than I think they left them alone. They just made them. They used the ring to cut the sausage patty out.
Yep.
Drop a patty, little piece of parchment,
Yep.
piece of parchment, little patty, piece of parchment. It had like 8 or 10. Some woman was doing in a half pint jar for her husband because he had a microwave in his truck. And he would pull out one sausage, put it in his little micro fridge for the week because he was gone for a week, put the sausage in there, and he had some, I guess he scrambled an egg or whatever. And he was making like little sausage egg biscuits for on the road while driving his truck. So that was cool.
Just so you know, a wide mouth ring, you can bake eggs in there in that wide mouth ring, and they're the perfect size for an egg McMuffin.
But can you cook an egg, put it in a jar, and can it? I know the answer. I just want you to answer.
Oh, goodness gracious, no.
There are some things that are not meant to be
People keep
canned.
trying to do that, and then they post pictures, and I'm like, that is going to be green in a week if it's not already green. And I mean green, not like green fuzzy molded, but just green like the egg turns green, and it's it's Sam I Am green eggs and ham, and it's like no, people are not and chewy and rubbery and no. I mean, you can pickle eggs. Don't get me wrong, you can pickle eggs, but you do not, and you can add eggs in your meatloaf, and they do well. But to just cook eggs and put them in a jar, no.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
All right. So canning cream cheese.
Yes. Same
Right, so-
process. You put it in a pan with water, and it kind of steams and you melt it down, get all the air out, and then you put the lids on and water bath.
Right.
And I did a video on that with the same cheese video I did. In that video, I did 4 different kinds of cheeses. I did Swiss cheese, I did cheddar cheese, I did cream cheese, and Colby Jack.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly just said Rotel. That's what I was trying to.
Yes,
Come up with-
Rotel. That I put the Rotel in my salsa, in my
Yep.
cheese.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yep.
And Kaylin's asking, ever had Polish hunter stew?
Mm,
What's in? Is that lamb stew?
I've had it's sort of like Brunswick stew, and I'm trying to remember what meat goes into it. But yeah, it's like the Brunswick stew. The Brunswick stew is made with squirrel, so I'm not sure. I can't remember what's in the Polish hunters, but it's a lot like Brunswick stew.
Ew. Amir said in the UK you can get burgers with sauce in a can.
Yep.
Ew.
Yep.
I mean,
I like
actually, I wonder if that would work. So if I made just beef patties, cut them with the ring or whatever, threw them in a pan to brown them to get that good burger flavor,
Mhm.
and then drop them in a jar, maybe put a piece of parchment. You probably don't even need it if you brown them in between them and can it for meat times. I wonder if you could pull that out and throw it in a microwave for a second and
Yes.
have a
I've
burger.
done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Make little sliders in a jar. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're gonna brown them, you make them slightly bigger than the ring.
Yeah.
Because they shrink. But if you're not gonna brown them, then you make
I
them.
would brown it because there's your flavor right there.
Yeah. And I also poured the pan drippings into my
Sure.
because fat is
There's your flavor. Yeah.
Yep. I've been saying
And
that
you could-
longer than Bobby Flay.
Yeah. You could make if you're into it, you could make a brown gravy for those burger patties.
Yeah.
Now
Now you
we're
got
back to the
Salisbury steak.
Salisbury steak.
Sort of.
Yeah, now you're back to Salisbury steak, but yeah. But you got mini Salisbury steak instead of big old piece. But
Right.
yeah.
And if you just want to be really cheap about it, I mean, in terms of stretching your meat, mix onions, some breadcrumbs, an egg, and make your patties, and you can have little meatloaf burgers.
And that's why I use SB Canning's recipe because she has a great little.
I grew up on meatloaf burgers.
Yeah.
My mom could stretch a half a pound of ground beef to like 12 burgers.
Okay, here's a tip. You can add up to half a cup of oatmeal, and it stretches your burger. So it sucks up the meat juices. So it's really good if you're making like taco meat. It tastes like a major chain that everybody always is like, why does their meat taste that way or have that texture? It gives it the exact same texture of the one that is last 3-4 letters is Bell.
Right. Dave said White Castle in a jar. Well, first of all, you need square jars, super thin patties, and you got to drill 5 holes down the meat and put little micro onions in between every one of them. Then you got White Castle burgers in a jar.
Well, he's talking, he's thinking sliders, but little sliders.
Yeah, it needs to be really poor quality ground beef too,
Chunks and rice.
because that's a White Castle.
Oh, well, on this whole burger topic for a minute. So I have another way to stretch burgers. So you can take an equal parts of rice, so 1 pound of cooked rice and 1 pound of ground meat, any kind of meat, add Worcestershire sauce, finely chopped onions, and it's cooked rice. Finely chopped onions, roll them into meat patties, and then when you get them into patties, you put a slice of bacon around the outside, and you put them in the broiler and cook them in the broiler. It's called mock filet mignon, and it is so good. It's sort of like a cross between porcupine meatballs and hamburger sliders. And oh my gosh, is it good? My kids used to love those. I'd make like 40 or 50 of those patties and put them in the freezer, and they'd go in the freezer and heat one up in the microwave and
Nice.
eat them.
Hey, I'm getting an ad on your channel finally, Gil.
Yep, I see. I'm getting another homes.com ad over on it here too as well. So I'm looking at Kelly's thing here about a video layered pork chunks and rice, a little water bath for 3 hours. Can this be done pressure canned? And it'll be pressure can meat times, wouldn't it, or not?
You'd have to do it for the 90 minutes meat time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But rice,
She says you water bath it for 3 hours. So yeah.
yeah, rice tends to split.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So rice does not have the texture of rice anymore. It becomes
Mush.
a thickener.
Yeah.
Mush.
Okay.
We call it gruel at our house.
So
Mom makes
it
the
would,
white gruel, the red gruel, and the yellow gruel.
yeah. So it would work for water bathing because well, I know water bath cans a little bit different than pressure can for certain things. I've seen people commenting about it on your Facebook page. It's like, it works better if you water bath this because this happens when you pressure can things.
Yeah,
So
you just got to do it three hours. Period.
Yeah.
Well, thing is, so if you're doing a nice heavy duty All American, it takes a while longer for it to heat up, 45 minutes sometimes, and 45 minutes to cool down. And you're pressure canning for 90 minutes. That's 3 hours.
Yeah, you're not saving a whole lot.
And if you don't live in America where we can get pressure canners fairly easily, they're expensive now. But you live in Europe, they don't have pressure cookers over there, pressure canners.
Yeah.
Everything is water bath. Everything is still water bath. And it's like 3 hours or a little bit more to make sure,
It's 3 hours. And again, it depends on the area and the altitude. Some places they do 3.5, sometimes they do 4. Again, and it depends. I mean, there's a lot of mountains there. So, when you're looking at the thing, water bath also, if you're in a mountainous area, you have to increase the time for the
because
altitude.
your boiling temperature is lower.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, Aiden, here. I'm going to say no because there's noodles in it. Can you can Hamburger Helper? You could, but the noodles turn to absolute disappear. Mush.
Yeah.
So all you have is ground beef and fake cheese sauce. And if you're doing the mac and the cheesy whatever one.
Yeah. Now, what I did back before I did, so it's been about 3 years ago, I did a bunch of Hamburger Helper and I vacuum sealed it and, flattened it out and put it in the freezer. And when I pop those out, it's like the next day reheating Hamburger Helper the next day.
Yeah.
And which it doesn't bother me. My wife goes, but, me and my youngest say, hey, no problem. We'll snarf it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Prepared for. Does pasta also break up like rice? Yes, it turns to paste. It disappears. Now, however, there is a caveat to that. I did, and I remember seeing this on Rebel Canners a long time ago. I went to Trader Joe's. I bought a couple bags of their dried mini cheese raviolis. And they're dry. They're in a box, I think they're in a box.
Dehydrated.
Yep. And so what I did, and I watched everybody else was trying, and I'm like, I'll give it a shot. It worked. I used tomato sauce really thin, like I thinned it down. I filled the jar, and I don't remember how much. I'm just going to guess here. And I did pint jars. I filled it about a third of the way up with the dried raviolis. And then I brought it up to about an inch of headspace with really thin, flavorful tomato sauce. And and I canned it for meat times. I remember doing that. And it came out, I let them hard, and it was like a packed jar of raviolis.
Mm-hmm.
The raviolis cooked, they absorbed a lot of the sauce. I did different amounts. Some of them came out like tomato paste because the raviolis sucked up so much juice. Another one I did with tomato juice or V8. That tasted weird, but okay.
I want to say it was 50% water to sauce.
Yeah, it's a lot because it absorbs a lot of the moisture out. And it worked. It sat on my shelf for like 3-4 years. And I opened one up. It popped. I smelled it. It smelled like their ravioli with, I think that one I opened was still had I used V8. and so it had its own V8 flavor to it, but it worked. So yeah, you can now. I don't know about canning, like maybe taking elbows, throwing them in a jar. You probably could throw them in a jar dry, from out of the bag or out of the box. Put them in there, put a bunch of sauce in there, but you're going to wind up with the texture like Chef Boyardee or Campbell's chicken noodle soup, or the noodles are just disappear in your mouth.
Elbows break down. What are those little? We talked about it. The little ones in minestrone.
Ditallinis.
Those do better. Also, tortellini. You can do the dried tortellini. Don't start with fresh.
Right, that's the other one. Yeah.
Dried tortellini. The O's, you can buy the O's in the alphabets, and those do a lot better. They're very hard dried. But the ones like the elbow macaroni, especially the cheap elbow macaroni, disintegrate. They don't ask.
Yeah.
And then people also do the macaroni and cheese, where they dilute is the word I'm looking for. Dilute the cheese sauce and add elbow macaroni and do the mac and cheese.
Huh. I'll have to try that.
They don't do that for the meat time.
Like Richard would like if it works.
That's done for the soup time, which is like 60 minutes, not 90 minutes. So.
All right. So Kaylin said, the beans and wieners in a jar.
Yep.
Wait a minute. That sounds so familiar with. I know Van Camp does the wieners and the things in the cans.
Beanies and weenies, yeah.
Yeah, if they can can it that way, we can can it in a jar too.
Oh, but it's not approved to do both beans and meat in chili.
Wait a minute.
That cracked me up. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's.
I could do meat sauce.
Remember,
pork and beef.
Not approved means they haven't tested it yet.
Right.
And they're not going to.
No.
They're not going to because someone took something under the table.
Yeah. There's so much bad information going around right now. The newest thing is you cannot use the quick juice method where you put the cranberries in the jar and you put the water in and you water bath it. They're saying, oh my gosh, you're going to die if you do that now. It's like, first of all, people have been doing that for 50 plus years.
Or longer.
That I know of.
Yeah.
Without any incident. There's never been an incident where anybody has got sick from doing that. Nothing. The CDC has never recorded a case of anything going bad from doing that. But now that's the new thing. They have to, it's like there's a couple alphabet soup organizations that have to come up with something new. They can't just continue. They have to come out with some new way you're going to die if you. It's like, who's paying these people off to say this shit? Because
you got it right there. They're being paid off.
Did you catch that? Tammy just cursed. Wow.
Sorry, I apologize, Gil. This is your channel too, and I shouldn't say things like that.
Hey, I've had Steve up here.
Yeah, we know.
And after 15 minutes, you know how Steve gets.
Yeah.
It's the Marine Corps.
It just makes me mad that they try to get people not to preserve their own food at home.
Yep.
Yet the same things are being done in stores.
Yeah. All right. I think I know the answer to this one here. Salt really doesn't change in canning. However, basil does. Not basil. Bay leaf does. Yeah. Bay leaf does change in canning.
Yeah. Sage is a bad one. You don't want
to.
Sage.
Yeah. Oregano. Yeah.
All right. All right. Granny Karen's in here.
Hi, Granny Karen.
All right.
And
so
you need to remember too that salt, in the amount that you're putting, the teaspoon or half a teaspoon, depending if it's a pint or a quart, the amount of salt you're putting in a jar, it is not a preservative. Yes, salt is a preservative. Salt is a preservative in the by the pound.
Yeah.
Not by the teaspoon. So, I mean, if you are on a low sodium diet, you can leave out the salt with no ill effects. So just remember that's the salt is there as a seasoning. It is not there in that amount for a preservative.
All right.
What's the clam chowder? Tomato-based clam chowder is Manhattan clam chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kelly's comment here, she did dry cheese tortellini, 1/2 spaghetti sauce, 1/2 water, 20 pressured can for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Just make sure it's the cheese and not the chicken tortellini.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Okay. That one there. So what's clam chowder base? That's tomato base. So that was, yeah.
That's Manhattan. Now there is a clear clear clam chowder, not white, clear. That's Narragansett style. There's just no tomatoes in it. It's actually pretty good. My wife likes it.
Yeah.
And that's Narragansett, Rhode Island style clam chowder. And then you got New England, which is just creamy, which I love. Wife hates creamy. She loves her tomato or clear. So I just make both.
I can't have any of it, so.
They banned using newspapers to wrap fish and chips because of possible ink poisoning, but no one ever recorded a case of it happening.
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Do what that reminds me of? All those, we got to recall all this food because of possible listeria or possible salmonella from the stores and stuff. But no cases are ever reported of it actually being
all Taylor lettuce is being recalled because of
possible
two cases of whatever disease you get off of that. From
could be anything because that's not
E. coli. That's it. E. coli.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's because the people are going to the bathroom in the fields, or
I know that
they're using raw sewage to irrigate their fields for fertilizing, and then
no
not
porta
waiting
potties.
the appropriate time before harvesting. I don't believe there's an appropriate time, but
no,
the government has said there's an appropriate time.
Yeah.
These. That's why they're not in charge of my food supply.
I make a big packet of tomato sauce at the mosque. I put in the freezer, plastic bowls, lids.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine, but you're going to get freezer burn if it's not. Because tomato sauce will expand. You're going to have air in there, and you will get frost, and it'll add a funky flavor to it if it's more than like 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. Sumi says, I canned turkey with cream and mushroom soup. Came out very salty, yet eaten fresh, it was fine. I think what may the salt may come out of the cream and mushroom soup, so it's no longer. I mean, so that way it's loose, and whenever it hits your tongue, you get the full taste of it.
Yeah, I think. Well, the moisture out of the cream mushroom soup went into the turkey, not the salt. And whatever.
Yeah.
If it works, it's good. Okay.
Yep.
Just don't throw cream in there. Cream mushroom soup, still condensed. You might have wanted to add some more water to it instead of milk.
I see what. Kaylin's got a follow up. So what that stuff they did in the freezer, they used it during Ramadan. So they did it beforehand, a couple weeks beforehand.
So they didn't have to cook because
right. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Excellent on that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of room in my freezer either.
Yeah. Hey, I got a lot of room in my freezer right now because with this temperature right now, I have a lovely outdoor freezer.
Oh, so do I. My whole deck is a freezer.
Yeah, that's what we call a Michigan freezer.
Yep.
All right. Use all within a month. Yeah.
Yep.
Who has room in the freezer? This is where me and the staff sergeant differ. She goes, need to eat down your freezer. No, I need to eat the oldest stuff and put new stuff in. And you keep that freezer full.
Rotate. Well,
rotate.
It's more efficient if it's full.
Yeah.
I've tried to explain this to my daughter. She has a very large refrigerator, and it's about 1/3 full. She feels like it's half full, but it's really about 1/3 full. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, it's too full. It's too full." And I'm like, "No, really, it takes less energy to keep a full freezer than it does one with all this air in it."
My mother-in-law, rest her soul, taught my daughter, my wife, her daughter, a long time ago, a full freezer is a happy freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like especially an upright. If it's half full and you open it, all that cold air is out.
Yep.
And now you instantly, and then it's got to cool all that air off again. Where if it's solidly packed, you open it up, pull your thing out, put it in. Not that much air came out. Not that much needs to be cooled down again.
Yep.
Yeah. If you open, if anybody's ever noticed, if you open your upright, if you have a stand-up freezer, and it's warm in the house, whatever. If you obviously it's inside or maybe not, but it's like 70 degrees in your house. You open it up when you shut the door. Sometimes it makes this high-pitched squealing as the air inside shrinks. And sometimes you'll shut the door and be like, oh, I forgot to grab this. You can't open the door.
Not for a few minutes.
Yeah. It's like, what is going on here? Because that hot air that came in the top and all the cold air rushed out the bottom, it just sucked it down and shrank the hot air smaller. So it takes a long time for it to
equalize. Yeah. All right. There's what was it? I'm trying to remember the brand. I got another package in the freezer. It's a little triangle shape cheese and spinach raviolis from, I guess both Sam Club and Costco have it. And basically you dump it however many you want in boiling water, boil for however long, take it out, and it comes with little packets of the garlic Parmesan cheese powder you sprinkle on it.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. So you guys don't know about it. I'll be right back here in a second.
You can't can those.
Dang it!
They're fresh raviolis. They're already wet.
Yeah, they're fresh. They're pretty dry.
They're frozen, but they're like pre-blanched, whatever. Yeah, they only take 12 minutes to cook till they float. They're done.
Yeah.
And no, you throw those in a jar and throw some sauce in there. You will open a jar up and it won't even be like Chef Boyardee ravioli. It'll just be crap.
Oh, dang.
Sorry, bud.
Well, that means that anybody that likes that stuff needs to have a couple solar panels and a couple batteries to keep their freezer going in any event.
There is a way. You ready? If they're cheese raviolis or even beef, meat, take them out. Hold on. Wait for it. Take them out of the bag, spread them out on your tray, throw them in the freeze dryer. Then put them in your jars and can it. But after you freeze dry, you might as well freeze dry your sauce. At that point, you really need to cook your pasta, then freeze dry it. Because when you add water to it, it turns back to normal pasta. And then freeze dry your sauce. And that way you just need hot water. Put it in both or mix them together and mix it up. All right.
Yeah.
What's your son saying? Oh, hello.
Hello. So
hey, Becca.
I have a story for you guys.
Uh-oh.
So on TikTok, the new trend is to go hit up the fire station and try to get a tour, right? Well, I have a friend who's a firefighter. I go to the fire station and I get ham sent home with me.
It's a big ham bone too. There's some ham and bean soup in our future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they hosted a breakfast with Santa. And so they had a bunch of ham left over. And he's like, I don't know what we're going to do with all this. So here, take some ham home.
I'll take it. Looks like
Right?
you got I would have split pea and ham soup in my future.
Yeah. We're going to do bean soup. But yeah.
And
White
can
beans.
it. Yeah,
Great.
maybe bean.
We're
Yeah.
from Michigan. That's northern white beans and ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just
All right,
thought
I'll
that
be
was
back
funny
in
and
just
I
a
was telling
second.
Mom about it.
I'll be back.
Oh.
So.
Oh, you gotta fix the sewing machine when you come back.
Mhm.
After this.
All right, it's just you and me, Tammy. We can badmouth
You and
Gil
me.
now.
So let's go through the list real quick. We started, but we didn't. Burritos in a jar, chili,
Bean soup.
bean soup,
Pot
cowboy
roast.
beans, pot roast, pork roast, meatloaf in a jar. Yes, we've discussed that one, Becca. She's not listening to the live. You can tell.
Any kind of hearty soup that is literally a meal.
My chicken soup starter, because it can also be made into a pot pie real quick with a bacon
Thicken
in
it
it.
up, throw it in. Yep.
It comes thick. Remember we talked about the marshmallows. Oh, there's those raviolis.
Yeah, they're good, but you can't can them. So
Yes,
No.
these things are the best.
Noodles. Yep.
yeah,
When my wife cooks these, I will break my diet.
You need to make them with homemade Alfredo sauce.
Chicken noodle
Heavy
soup
cream,
steak.
cheese, and garlic. Yeah, and a little bit of butter.
Oh, we didn't even put sauce on them. We put we boil them in the pan, drain them, drizzle a little olive oil on it, move them around the olive oil, serve them on the plates, and then they come with packets of the Parmesan and garlic powder.
Ooh.
And you just sprinkle it on there, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
My one son who has Asperger's, who doesn't like garlic that much, put more on. It's the only time he wants more garlic. All right, this is what we got here in this thing. I'm looking at the thing. I have a couple of bottled waters in the freezer. Yeah, freezer is very efficient. My freezer is very efficient. Then yes, so's mine.
Don't forget the tip where you put a quarter, you freeze a glass of water and you put a quarter on top of it. Then if your freezer does defrost, that quarter will fall into that glass. Even if it refreezes, you'll know because it's not sitting on top anymore.
Yeah. The only problem I found out testing that out and just taking that sitting on the counter for, put it back in, it melts from the side in, so you can still have a solid core in the middle, and it only dropped down that much, but it's been a lot longer as far as, yeah. But it does tell you if it's down in, you know something's wrong.
It's really been, yeah.
So then put your coin on the edge of the cup, so as it melts on the edge, it flips sideways and slides to the bottom.
There you
go. All right. Yeah. Put brown
butter and sage. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Put your whole butter in a pan and get it hot until it starts to brown. Throw a little sage in there. Drizzle that over your raviolis. Of course, it's butter. There goes that diet. Oh wait, you're eating raviolis. You're not on a diet.
Well, like I said, when I eat these raviolis, I'm breaking the diet. For that counts as my 2-day splurge in one meal. All right. One of the things I wanted to point out on the reasons for having meals in a jar done. What some of the stuff that's been going on. Ben Davidson was flying on one of the Airbus 380s, and he was on it when it had problems because of the galactic current sheet and the plasma that was coming in from the whole stream, and they had problems on it, and they had to come down in altitude.
Well, you can't take a meal in a jar. What does that have to do with a meal in a jar?
No, what I'm saying, here's what's going on is there are several things where not an EMP, but just the proton streams and the plasma stream are affecting the grid.
Well, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It may not have to be now a EMP that's going to take out the grid. It could be something that shouldn't be taken out the grid, and all of a sudden, this section goes down for several days, and then you have a problem with your freezer and stuff. But if it's all canned already and it's in jars,
I mean, any natural disaster, if you have a few meals canned in jars that you can heat up quickly with very little fuel, that's always a bonus to have.
Yeah, or just say a prayer and eat it cold out of the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, which brings me to another point I wanted to bring up tonight. I would encourage anyone to get a sun oven.
Yeah, that's great unless there's like a volcanic eruption and we have no sun. But okay.
Right, but if you have even in the wintertime,
work here.
In the wintertime, even if the guys that use it in the wintertime because it's black on the outside, but they have the reflective dishes, they put insulation, the foam. The foam stuff around the outside and bottom of it, so it traps all the heat in there.
Sure.
And so, but yeah.
Now when it's 2 degrees outside, not happening.
They don't work here in Michigan, even in the summer. We've tried. We got a really nice one at the place that I work, and you can't cook a hot dog in it.
Yeah.
That doesn't get hot enough.
No.
Yeah.
You can melt a marshmallow and a bar of chocolate to make a s'more, but that's about the best you can do, and that's not the best way to eat a s'more anyway.
Yeah. But there are power doesn't always go out just in the wintertime.
But we don't use them in the winter where I work. We were using them in the spring and the fall, and they are not. I mean, probably in the summer we could use one because it got to 115 here one day. But really, wouldn't.
If it's that hot, you ain't cooking hot food.
Yeah.
If it's that hot, you're just going to get a piece of.
I could have fried an egg on the sidewalk that day.
Yeah, you're going to get a piece of steel and make sure it's on and set it out there and just let it. Okay, well, now we're going to cook steak on here.
Yeah, I think I'd really, in order to make it work here, I'd have to have a Fresnel lens.
Yeah. Hey, well, Aiden here said he had a prairie dog out of the sun oven. It was great. Of course, he's down in the southern. He's down. I'm just trying to remember who's.
He's got more southern exposure than I do.
Yeah.
I'm up here, right around the 45th parallel.
Okay. Oh, let's see what else here we got. We covered stews. We covered pot roast. Did we actually do pot roast? Talk about big chunk of pot roast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a whole pot roast. Just do a chunk of meat.
Yeah.
Brown it. Still throw, slide it down your wide mouth pint or chunks if you want it. That's not really pot roast. And it's like beef stew.
Yeah.
And a big chunk of carrot, onion, potato, and celery. And top it off with some beef broth. Maybe a little bit of salt. And that way you can just eat it. Salt and pepper, which I usually put on my meat before I brown it. So that and garlic powder. And you get that flavor in there infused in. And it just comes out. And it's sure you can always add a little more salt, but it's great. I mean, it's pot roast, but it's not thick gravy. You do have chunks of potatoes in there. So sure. You just drink the broth because that's loaded with nutrients too and flavor.
I always throw a clove or a half a clove of garlic in mine too. I forgot that earlier.
I'm going to look something up here for Kelly because I heard her comment. Where is it here? There, put her comment up. And I'm looking something up here real quick here. See how it works. There it goes. There it is. All right. Yeah. Oh, dang. The price has come down. Now I feel real bad.
What,
okay.
Your solar supply, whatever.
This here is an indoor-outdoor propane cooktop. And that's what I was. This day I was canning the ground beef and the baked beans together to make cowboy beans. But come on, where is it here? At stage, it's now down to $85.
Ooh,
cool.
Has the regulator on it, and the that fitting there on the back connects onto. Show the back. Come on, show the back. Show the back. Show the back. It's not going to show the back.
Of course.
There it is. So it just screws on. This one here, they got the 90. You can get a 90 down at the hardware store. That is the JIC gas fitting on male and female. So you can turn that 90 going down. But otherwise it just connects right on like that, and it's good. So so this is like I said, this is right now $85. And today I had my big 20-inch skillet on there, and I did 15 hamburgers. And they're all now in my Pyrex containers, and they're in the fridge. And when I'm done here, they're going into the freezer.
There you go.
And that way, when I want some, or the grandkids all come over, hamburgers, I pull it out,
microwave.
microwave, and give them to the way I had sometimes as a kid. It's all right. Here it is. It goes between the heels of the bread.
Yep.
That's the only buns we had growing up.
That's the only buns I had growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I have not heard of that we'll be having a propane storage, and
Shortage.
knowing how they make propane. For us to have a propane storage, we're going to have a big gasoline and diesel fuel shortage first, because they all three come from the cracking towers. Yeah, but the propane prices around here haven't changed yet.
The prices went down quite a bit around here, so it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah. So I got 5 30-pound bottles to take down and fill up tomorrow.
It usually doesn't go down this time of year. The price is usually skyrocketing because of the usage going up for people that have furnaces and stuff. But the price has actually been half what it was this summer. So that would be the opposite of a shortage.
Oh, New Jersey, all right. It's New Jersey. They always screw. Ask Joe.
The price of propane is just like Jersey, because I lived up there. When the core price of something goes down, they jack the tax up because people were willing to pay that much before for gas, and it just went down $1 a gallon. Let's add 90 cents of more road tax on there. So it still looks like it went down 10 cents, but we're making more money for the state. They all do it. It's a joke. If you look up fuel tax, it changes monthly.
Yeah, I don't get that, because you can just I'm sorry, but New Jersey's not that far to every other state in New England. You can literally price around different states and go buy it.
Yeah,
go home in the same night.
There's 3 gas stations in New York City, New York City. Buy gas there. If you buy it in Jersey, it's like $3.20 a gallon. In New York City, if it's $3.20 a gallon in Jersey, in New York City, it's like $5.90. Because if you need that gas, you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
that's how they get you on that. Their taxes are stupid.
You can drive in a couple hours to another state, and
not even you can drive across the bridge, but you got to pay the $14 bridge toll to get there. So it's like time, extra gas to get there, gas to get back, and they know how to play that game. They've been playing that game for decades.
Yeah.
So I know I lived up there. That's how it rolls. Yeah. Stupid.
All right. So Tammy, you're not going live this week?
No, I picked up a second job, so I am not been doing many videos, and I haven't been going live. I've got 3 unboxing videos lined up I've got to film, and I haven't had time to film a video.
All right, so that's New York.
Yep.
Oh, I like it. But Costco is cheaper. Yeah. So coming up here then for me, tomorrow on Tactical Tuesday on the other channel, Gray Man Prepping, Gray with an A. The topic is, can you survive 3 months without power?
Sure.
All right. And so there are some parameters that we're going to be discussing at the beginning of the live stream. Thursday is the midnight ride on Gray Man Prepping, and that's all right. Wait, Tuesday starts at tonight starts at 8:00 Eastern. Thursday, the midnight ride, it starts at
10:00 Eastern.
10:00, because that's actually when Paul Revere started about 9:30 his midnight ride.
Yeah, but he didn't scream out, "The British are coming," until right around 10, so we're good.
Yeah.
Well, he had to get down the road a piece first.
Yeah. Friday, back here on Camp Patton Family Compound, we're talking about we're talking about farm equipment, and basically the topic is too much electronics on farm equipment. Because I've been seeing a lot of farmers complaining, it's great, I can do all this, but something breaks, nobody can fix it but the dealership. So we're going to be talking about that stuff on Friday.
Thanks, Green Tractor Maker.
And they're not the only one doing it now.
Oh, they're all doing it. I know.
Yeah. All right. So then Saturday at 2:00 Eastern, Mark and I will both be on Shadow Scout Swede's live stream. And that usually runs from 2:00 to 6:00 Eastern time. Then at 8:00 Eastern time, I'll be doing Survival Saturday. And the topic for that is, and this is part of the events that some channels are going, oh, this is going to happen, and we're going to poke fun at this one. After Pangea reforms, what are your plans?
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one Saturday night.
Better fences. That's what you
When
need.
that
with the
happens,
Pangea form.
I'll raise from the dead and let you know.
Better fences.
Next Monday here is what is flat sour?
Okay.
We're going to talk about that, and we'll move on to other problems, whether in canning and stuff. Other little, not because I hadn't heard about it till 3 weeks ago, when on Tammy's Facebook page, when someone says, "Oh, that's just flat sour," I go, "What the heck is flat sour?" So we'll talk about that. Yes, a lot to be said for old tractors. I got a 1939 N9 Ford tractor out here. Gasoline, not diesel.
Just so you know, most of the
Howie just came in and just we're getting ready to go.
Anyway,
Hi, Howie.
that N9 engine is also the same engine as the inboard motors to most of the large 25-foot Chris Crafts from the 1960s and 1970s.
Cool.
Fun fact.
And you know this why?
Because I tried to purchase one for a boat I was restoring at one point.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
What now? On the boats, are they still 6-volt or are they 12-volt?
I
Probably
don't know.
12.
We never got that far. We never found an engine to replace the one we had in.
Probably 12 because that's only for the starter motor and the alternator. So or generator. So probably 12 because everything else on the boat's 12. So
yeah, because like on mine, the people had it before me. They totally reworked it, and they changed it from they changed out the coil, the voltage rate, everything to go 12-volt instead of 6-volt because it just had it worked better. They put a new starter on it. They couldn't find a 6-volt starter that would, without paying an arm and a leg and firstborn.
Yeah.
So they just 12-volt.
Yep.
I just thought it was interesting that it was the same engine because we were trying to restore it and we were working on the woodworking of it, but we didn't have an engine. And then we started looking all over and the guy's like, well, you could find a tractor. And we're like, Who
wants to kill a perfectly good working tractor?
Yeah, if the motor's working good, the rest of the tractor's usually
Okay.
good too.
You obviously don't understand exactly what a beautiful wooden Chris Craft boat is.
Oh, I know, but still, it's like,
I would sacrifice a tractor for a Chris Craft
okay.
in a heartbeat.
Me, I would find someone like Aaron Blank or someone that has connections and say, hey, all right, here's the motor. I want to need this motor totally rebuilt. I need it rebuilt, blueprinted, checked out, and spend the money that way. Just get it totally rebuilt that way. All right, so that's what's coming up for me. Mark is still not going to go live.
Oh, stop! I'm probably not going to go live anytime soon. I do throw random shorts out there every now and then.
Yeah,
I just did one with my jiggler. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you trust, the gauge or the jiggler? I trust the jiggler, and then I realized the pop-off valve was leaking steam until it hit about 14 psi. I'm like, yeah, this. I remember it happened once before, and I forgot about it. I think I bought a new rubber, the pop-off valve. I think I bought one. I got to look through my stuff, and if I do, yeah, I can change it out. I just don't remember. I don't think I ever changed it, so I'm kind of stuck with that right now. But that was my second. I didn't feel like cleaning the first one, so I'm like, oh, hell, I'll grab the second one, put the other one out on a deck to freeze, and throw that one on the stove, and made my beef bone broth, and I wasn't over. Oh no, I made the beef bone broth in the regular one, in my new one, so to speak, and I canned in this one, and that steam coming out was freaking me out the whole time.
Yeah.
And Cold War Prepper just went live. Emergency Preparedness Survival, pages 46 to 60 of the book he's going through. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up here, folks, and hopefully we'll see you around here next Monday here and on any of my other channels as well during the week.
I'm going to go.
All right, everyone.
I'm going to go make some tortellini with canned meat sauce now.
See y'all later.
Have a good night.